Nope.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by RJ Productions and Fish Entertainment Inc. GTI, that's the new way to spell fish.
Hey.
It's tonight's show, Red vs. Green.
Hello, and welcome to the second Green episode of Red vs. Green. This is the third episode. Yeah, Tony, I watched your video. Very good effort, I like it. Keep up the good work. In your video, just before we get to that, can I just say, oh my god, I totally love Remington Steele. I totally love Moonlighting too, because, you know, Bruce Willis, anything Bruce Willis, it's amazing, you know, you gotta love it. Anyway, back to the point. Remington Steele, what a great idea, you know, like a, I can't remember all of it, but it was like a con man type situation, and, you know, he knew lots about movies and that's why he made a good detective. What a brilliant idea. I love it. But I don't know, I think I agree with you, I don't think it could work now. Not because of how family friendly it was, but because, you know, the idea that a woman couldn't be a detective, you know, and had to name her detective agency after a typewriter. I don't think, you know, I think a lot of people would be okay with women being detectives. But there you go. Without further ado, let's talk about your question. Your question asked me this. What inspires you to create? Well, I used to have a very difficult time answering this question. This was something that for a long part of my life I wasn't entirely sure about. I just created because I created. And then one day I read a book, part of the Vampire the Masquerade set. It was actually the new one, New World Darkness Vampire, the Requiem, I think. It's the red one with the bloodlines and stuff on the cover. And yeah, it said, you know, they had this group called the Circle of the Crone who just loved art. So here I am, you know, reading away, reading this book. Oh, the Circle of the Crone, how cool is that? And it said in there, it had this line that just has stayed with me ever since. Members of the Circle of the Crone, since losing the ability to bear children, you know, suddenly found that they couldn't create life, which is the point of living. And so therefore they admired all kinds of things that could, you know, creating is the essence of what they could do, so they created whatever they could do. And I think that's really sums it up for me. So that's your answer, right? I can't make a baby, so I make other things. Yeah. That's it. So all you viewers can click the close button, but not before clicking like and stuff, yeah. Why are you still here? They're still here because they understand, much like Remington Steele, they saw the signs, they were like, hey, the bar is much longer than a 2-minute video. You know, we're aiming for 10 minutes, so, you know, clearly there is more to say. So yes, that's the idea. You know, I create things because of a visceral need within me to create, right? Now, I know there are a lot of people out there who have a hard time creating anything. You know, they struggle to get things out, they really work to a deadline. My problem isn't creating things, it's finishing things. I'm not very good at completing a task. I have literally thousands of things. I'll take the video camera around, I'll show you all the different things that I'm working on, and you can see just what, you know, is going on, you know. I've got my minigame terrain. I have like 5 or 6 different projects. I've got like a dwarven set of terrain. I've got like a big dwarven stronghold that I'm building. You know, I've got my boat. You might be able to see it through the door there. I've got, you know, my industrial set for wargaming. I've got, you know, this whole idea that I'm trying to make a wargaming book and then some videos to go on with that. I'm making these videos here. I'm making my Let's Plays. Go check out Channel Arcadia. There's a Batman one coming up soon. There, you know, I'm trying to do some sewing. I'm trying to make an Iron Man suit out of Peppercora. I'm trying to, you know, write stories. And on top of all of this, I got my every day-to-day stuff. Oh, I'm trying to draw comics, right? There's so many, I can't even remember them right here. And it's crazy. You know, I've got so many things that I'm starting but not finishing. Slowly I'm finishing them. I am working on all of them as we go through, right? But yeah, it's insane. There's like just so many things that I've started and haven't finished. Creating is not a problem for me. I have too many ideas in my brain to make you know, something that is big and you know, do anything to get it finished, because I always get distracted, like, hey, I should do this, I should do that. I do what I feel like. It comes naturally to me. Whatever I feel like doing, I do it. So given that I am you know, doing all these different things, you know, I find it, I guess, why do I do them? Why do I create? What inspires me? And I think that is what I've been put here to do, right? Is just to create stuff. That's the reason why I'm here. I enjoy it. It's therapeutic. It's relaxing. Yeah, and I feel good when I actually finish something. That's why I create. That's what inspires me, is just this need inside me to make something. I have these great ideas. Well, I think they're great, and I try and make them. Storytelling, I think, is the biggest one. Like, I love telling stories. I love coming up with ideas. And that's why I end up GMing, game mastering so much when we do role-playing and things like that, right? If you don't know what role-playing is, I would say give it a go. It's a lot of fun, right? If you're a player, you make one character, you then get to, you tell a story with a group of people, and you get to, you know, basically say what your character does in that story, right? And there are some rules, but it's, you know, you essentially have freedom to do whatever you want. If you want to stop participating in the story and go off and, you know, drink some beers at the local bar, then, you know, you can do that. If you want to, you know, decide to become a superhero in your town, you can do that, right? Whatever you want, that's role-playing. And so check that out. But what I do in role-playing is I run the show, I tell the story. It's my job to get players who go off to the bar to come back in and join the story and give them hooks and tricks and stuff like that. And I've been doing that for over 10 years. You know, it does, you know, it does me a lot of good, I think. It helps me think. It puts me in that space where my brain isn't busy anymore, but it's still doing something. So I create lots of things, as I said. I do love to create. What inspires me to create, though? You know, it's hard to answer, because sometimes it's like little things. If it's, you know, what inspires each individual project, then it's 1,000 million little tiny things that come across, right? But if it's what inspires me to create in general, then that is my God-given, you know, challenge, is to create things. Create things from nothing. So essentially that's what it inspires me to create. The question then lies, what I create worthwhile? Is what I create good? You know, what is good? Is it art? Is it not art? What's going on? Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, there you go. Like, what we create any good, right? It's good for me because it's therapeutic for the soul, but is that enough? Is that really enough to justify spending the amount of time and money and energy that I have on that? So, you know, is what you create good enough? I know Tony creates a lot of things that, you know, he goes out to conventions and sells them. At least they're getting an audience, right? He sells them on the web, you know, through Lulu and through Amazon and things like that. And he makes some money off that. He shares his ideas with an audience. That's really what creating's all about. Is this video any good? Is this, you know, you're going to tell us in the comments, I'm sure. But is this video any good? Is it worthwhile? You know, is anyone even watching it? Probably an also important question. You know, this is, yeah, viewers at home. Do you create things? Are they good? You know, do you share them with anyone? Please tell us. I know we have a lot of friends who watch this. Hopefully they'll talk about what they create and whether this is good, whether what they create is good. What inspires them? What inspires you? Tell us in the computer screen that you are currently looking at. Type in some things and send us a message, because we would like to know what inspires you. So my question for you, Tony, is this. What is good art? What makes good art? Is the art that we make any good? You don't have to answer all of those. Just what is good art? That's your question. And this is a shorter video. This is sort of the time frame we're aiming for So hopefully this has been entertaining for you guys. If not, check it out. And if not, who cares? I'm sending it to Tony. I'm creating. I'm making things. That's good. Yeah. Also, if you like Remington Steel, tell us about it down there. Alright, that's the end of this video. And I'm going to go and confuse Bruce Willis for Bruce Wayne some more.
Zorak say, don't be troll in comment section below.